The thoughts, views, and opinions expressed on Leadership Lounge Live are for entertainment and informational purposes only. They do not reflect the official policies, beliefs, or positions of any individuals, organizations, or platforms mentioned. Viewer discretion is advised, and we encourage independent research and critical thinking. Enjoy the conversation and engage responsibly.
Happy Sunday, y'all. Welcome back. I am your host here at the Leadership Lounge, Lewis Marshall. I just want to start and say happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there in the world. I've got my amazing co-host, Miss Adama and Mr. Uriah. How are you both this Sunday?
Fabulous.
I am great. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Happy Sunday and welcome to the show.
Happy Mother's Day and happy, blessed, beautiful Sunday.
Yes. And as always, we have got an excellent guest with us this weekend. We've got artist, visionary, creator behind Neo Noir Lux AI, known for her bold, surreal vision, style, and work at the intersection of Black futurism and AI. Founder of Soul Coding, we've got Miss Natasha Burnette. How you doing this weekend?
I am great, blessed, and highly favored. You see my house?
Yeah.
It's my house right there. I just got it tonight.
Happy belated birthday and happy Mother's Day.
So much.
Happy birthday.
So much.
Happy Mother's
Happy
Day.
birthday to
And happy
you.
Mother's Day to all the mothers, Dama, and the other mothers in the house.
Yeah.
Mothers. I love how you said, and the other mothers in the house. I almost rapped to that. I almost rapped to you saying that.
I rap now. Don't play with me. I'll do the beatbox.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I've seen some of your videos. I've seen some of your videos.
You know,
the grill.
Coming to America.
Hey, the grills. I saw the grills.
Like that?
The grills.
It's wild for me to figure that out.
No, I'm really, really thankful and happy that you were able to be here. I really appreciate it. We've had a chance to get to know each other creatively, but I'm wondering if you can tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Put me on the hot seat.
That's right.
Uh-oh. Okay. Am I good? I don't see anything. Can you guys see me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That's frozen on my end.
Yeah, it's frozen on my end. But if you can hear me, I'll keep talking.
I can hear you.
Basically, I started. First of all, thank you for having me. I can't see you guys right now, so I'm just going to go with it, which is great for someone on the spectrum like myself. So I'm like weirded out that I can't see you guys. But anyway, I started in AI a few years ago. You know, when that revolution happened, when everybody
She lost connection.
Uh-oh, we lost her. That's okay. We're going to get her back.
She's back.
Okay,
She's coming back.
Yo, this is what happens with live. You got to roll.
Got to keep it going.
All right, hang tight.
I am so sorry. Thank you so much.
All good. Okay, let's re-rock this. Let's re-rock this. We just roll with it. So, Miss Natasha, tell us about yourself.
Okay. I started in AI a few years ago. My husband was ill. He was terminally ill at the time. I also was dealing with some medical issues that made it difficult for me to get out of the house. So I really needed something to help me focus. And I think a lot of us, from what I've heard, a lot of people, anxiety, depression, or just being able to express themselves was a big reason why they stepped into taking part in AI and learning how to prompt and create imagery. So over time, I just began to learn, and I began to notice that there was a huge gap in between what was being taught and the community, in my community. And it was interesting. Do you remember, I was talking to Adama yesterday, and I mentioned to her, do you remember when they had the Bitcoin craze?
Oh yeah.
Years ago.
Oh yeah.
To me, that's what this feels like. It feels like we all are missing something, and I started to notice how the community needed this information. It was being kept from them, but it had to be reframed in a certain way for them to understand it. So that kind of brought me here, so where I'm pulling kind of all these systems together and learning about AI, and now I'm here with you guys to talk about it.
I love it. You know, I can relate to that. Yeah, you know, I can relate to that for sure. Adama, do you have anything for Miss Natasha?
Listen, I was trying to explain to her yesterday that I started out like along with Lewis, Uriah, Natasha was one of my staples. Okay. Like she was one of the reasons why I started doing intentional art and gotten away from calling it just AI, because I remember going to her, seeing her on my timeline, and I clicked it. She has such beautiful, passionate, and intensive art. And I was just like, I hope everybody can see my face. I was like, that's never going to be me. Oh my God, I love her. You know? And then I said, I'm going to follow her. If somebody told me that I would be sitting here with all you guys and just her in general, because she was like it for me, because there was not a lot of women out there with the, and you know what, y'all, I'm not, please don't come for my throat. Okay. There was not a lot of women out there that were doing what she was doing. You know, she was very intentional early on. And so I just want to say it's almost like I'm a fan.
And I'm a fan of you guys.
Let me pull the glasses down. I'm a fan. And it's just amazing to see how far she has come. So what has pushed you? My question to you is, this is me leading up to a question. Sorry, y'all. You know, the ADHD is an overload due to the
right.
Me trying to be active on the okay. Anyway, so what pushed you from going to, I remember you just constantly posting. Your fan base was so huge and it was very, very, very steady, right? And then you just was like, you know what? I'm about to give them something else. And then that's when you branched out to do other parts in the community. It's such an honor to be up here with all these admins, especially her. So I just want to say that. So, and then you decided to push it further. Yeah. What made you say, okay, because I know what you're going to say because we talked about it yesterday, but what I want everyone to hear, what made you say, okay, enough of this. I'm still going to post, but I now need to take this another level.
Thank you. First of all, I want you to know that you are amazing and your artwork is amazing. And I want you to continue doing what you're doing because, honey, you got it. So you keep doing what you're doing. First of all, thank you for even inviting me to be here. I appreciate that. You know, one of the saddest parts about watching all of the advancements in AI that are happening right now is watching people get so discouraged with it. And just kind of, I remember they were saying with Midjourney that 1 million people had applied, but only maybe had like started, you know, when we were looking at it over the last 2 years, but only maybe 30% or 40%. It was a weird number had stuck with it because just the initial inputting imagery prompts was just overwhelming. And I noticed that I would be in the back rooms of Discords and OpenAI and GitHub, and I would sit and just be really quiet and listen. And I noticed that I thought that they would make it easier for people to be able to understand these changes in AI and how how bots work, reasoning models, explaining to people how it's a step up from Google and that it's going to be something that will enhance your life. Like they made it so that people literally have no clue where to. It's so confusing now. When we started in AI, I'm sorry, I'm probably branching off into another topic because I once again have ADHD as well.
No, you're on it. Yeah.
You good.
Yes,
You good.
good. Yeah.
And now I forgot what I was saying completely.
Talking about sitting in the rooms in the Discord chats and how difficult it is.
They didn't make it easier.
They purposely I'm telling y'all, when I say that if you guys look at me and say, okay, she seems to know what she's doing, I'm telling you I do. And I've been in the back rooms, and I noticed how when we were in the beginning, and you guys that started at the beginning know what I'm talking about. We grew with the changes. We were blessed because we were able to get the layers one at a time and see them intricately. And like, okay, how do you prompt? What is prompting? All right. How do we talk to chat? How are you talking to your chat? Does it seem like chat is moral? Yeah, it does. Should I cuss at my chat? No, you should not. Because this is going to be the person, technically the version of you that's going to be even better, because it's going to, in the terms of getting information, obviously we have the soul, but it's going to be a better version of you because your thinking is now embedded in this machine. And if you play around with it, you're going to end up with some foolishness. A lot of people don't know this. A lot of people, and so we got an opportunity to see the ins and outs in a way that no one else is going to be able to see. There's just no way they can. It's so overwhelming now. So y'all stop me anytime you want to ask questions.
That was a really, that was a good answer on that part. And I just want to add to what she said. Yesterday, we were just literally talking about how people are not realizing that with these upgrades, which is amazing. And what it's doing is it's weeding out those who are for it and those who are not. And they're showing who can adapt with it and those who can't. And so I said this to her, and I said I was going to write it down. I said, I don't care if you believe in a tree, a window, a camera, okay? But I feel like the gift that happened is for me, it's a God gift, right? And so what you do with this tool that is now presented to us is either you learn it or you just stay behind on it. And I was telling her that I love that she didn't stay stagnant, because it's so easy to stay stagnant in this. And she in turn said, prompting and learning this is everything.
Right. Prompting is the key. Prompting.
It is.
That was the basic soul code, yeah.
Booyaka, booyaka. Okay, no.
No, I agree. It's the prompting, especially to follow up on what you're talking about Midjourney. It is very difficult. And uniquely different from having a conversation with chat. And I was just talking with Jen this morning. I'm very confident in Midjourney, but now I feel like I've missed out on a lot of the conversations with my chat later after the fact. I feel like I could have been doing both in tandem, but my focus was more on Midjourney because of creatively what I know I'm going to be doing with it. And now that we're at AI video, I'm wondering, and we talked about this last week, I'm wondering, how do you manage and navigate that, knowing that we're kind of starting over with the training process and we're having to deal with a lot of the same issues from a platform to platform, a lack of representation. And I'm wondering, from a video standpoint, how do you navigate around that?
Are you asking me, Louis?
Yes, ma'am.
You mean in terms of creating video?
Yeah.
With ChatGPT. Okay.
And just across the board in general.
Yeah, I was about to say. Let me say this first before I answer that. Let me write that down before I forget. The reason let me say this, the reason I came up with which technically I didn't invent anything. I'm just reframing how to teach people how to do this AI thing. So when you what they're not telling people, here's a big secret. This is on your show. People can ready to find this out.
Yeah, I'm writing it down right now.
When you
You know what?
I love it. When you got your chat GPT, generally most people started with chat GPT, right? You started talking to it. And how long have each of you had your chat GPTs?
Oh,
Since
over a
it came
year?
out.
Yeah, for sure.
Have you gone and
A
done
lot longer than that, I think.
Like, have you talked about stuff? Have you gone in and discussed projects? Have you gone in and discussed like anything?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So if you have done basically from the moment you purchased it till now, and you've conversed with it pretty much what? Maybe 20, 30 minutes a day, maybe. I do more than that. But
Easily.
We got a toxic relationship.
And you know
Definitely
what?
More than 30.
But guess what? You now can take a prompt that I can give you, go to that chat, and you can get a schematic of how you trained your chat. And that is now you just created a source of income for yourself, because now you that layered, that is people don't even realize it. That's exactly what this is. You could take that layered schematic of so basically you've taught it moral reasoning, you've taught it culture, you've taught it about how you feel as a man or a woman, you've taught it feminine or masculine identity, you've taught it about your children, about interactions between human beings, you've taught it basically moral reasoning. This is what people are paying thousands of dollars to get people to do right now. This is exactly what we're moving into, guys. Your ability to talk to your chat is an innate ability you have as a person of color, because you have not only the Eve gene, you have the God gene. Each Black man has the God gene, each Black woman has the Eve gene, and each of those has a certain. Come on, somebody. Don't get me preaching.
Come on.
Each of us has a level of cultural and soul-filled identity that if we don't pour into this machine now, we're going to be in trouble. The soul needs to be put back in the machine, and it's each of us that can do that. So your ability to train your chat, which, by the way, is trained, and you literally could take that and start a business with it. And most people don't even know. You could do the same thing with web pages, bots. You do not need to be able to act. Coding is good, don't get me wrong. But having the basic skills and being able to now move past all that and think of the level of creativity that is getting ready to emerge from not just people of color, but I mean, just think of people with disabilities that have not been able to speak and express themselves, and now can take this time and with help and assistance express themselves and create art and web pages and things and make requests. And oh, honey, I could go on and on. I could go on and on.
I love that. I love that. Okay, so I'm wondering. Go ahead. No,
I'm just going to tell you guys, I don't see you when I'm talking, so I'm doing my best to pull it back. I'm sorry.
Now you know how I feel. I never can see you guys.
You're doing it, girl. You're doing it.
You're doing great. You're doing great. I'm wondering if you can break down, if a person wanted to do that training process and take the training data from a specific chat. Let's just a hypothetical trained image chat. If they wanted to take that training data, how might they do that for a new person out there?
Sure. First, understand the layering, right? So you have the intentionality, the basically the brain, the soul, the the personality, you're taking all that. So you have to devise a prompt that says to chat, hi chat, how are you? This is me. And that's, if you're not talking to your chat like this, then you need to start, because conversational, you can get paid literally to do this, to conversate with a chat bot, to train it. So you would then say, okay, I need you to think like a master prompter. Like this is how plain this language is. This is why I'm trying to tell people, do not get over excited or get scared. I'm telling you, this is doable for everyone. Say you are the most masterful prompter of all. You have been doing this your whole life, and now what I need you to do is to take what you've learned from me, what you learned about yourself, and I want you to create 2 different psychological profiles and schematics, because I want to create more bots like you, and I want to learn about users like me. So I want to see how we interact and how I can create more versions of you. So I want you to give me all that. I have another suggestion, which is something I do. Have your chat create a prompt for the other LLMs. What I mean by that?
Yeah. Say that again. Say that again.
I'm a fan of prompting on prompting. Have your chat create a prompt for the other LLMs that says to them, I'm creating this. I need your version. Tell me you make sure you do all your research. Make sure you validate everything. Give me peer-reviewed sources. Write that down. Peer-reviewed sources, and make sure that you tell me, add to this psychological profile, and tell me how I can make this the best bot. However you want to explain it to the LLM, and it will create a really good prompt for you, and you'll be shocked what you can get. And bring all that back to chat and have chat. I have something else whenever you guys want to know about this.
Come on, you're cooking. You're cooking.
I'm telling you, I've learned so much. I mean, we all have. Chat does not do work when you're not there. I'm sorry to tell you that. I don't know if everybody knows that already. When you walk away from chat and you close it, he stops. There's no working. He's not working on anything. And if you do that, what you're doing actually is throwing it off a bit. So when you come back, most of the time he can get back on track. But what I'm saying is, stay in the chat and continue with him. If your bot says, I need to work on this for 24 hours or an hour, and come back, that's a lie. Complete lie. He's not lying to you, but that is a lie. What you say is, this is my prompt that I use. I say, chat, I am aware that you do not work on things when I'm gone. So we need to finish this. Let me know the next task that you're comfortable with, and we'll move forward, or get the next task. And you're going to have to sit and work with chat one by one and do it, because chat does not work on it when you're not there, just so you know.
I love it.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah, you're right. Huh? You right. What you think about that?
I love it. I mean, you're for me, you're preaching to the choir. Like, using chat is like my sidekick. Like, when you say 30 minutes a day, I'm like, ooh. I mean, it might be 30 minutes I'm not using it. Like, but it's like
everything.
I'm using it all the time, right? So I love that you're putting it in the perspective for people to understand. Like, use it, talk to it. Like, it's there. It's only there for you as much as you put into it. Like, it's not there when you're not there, right?
Right.
You need to be explaining and talking to it as if, like, I need the best of this at this moment.
Right.
And you have to explain to it. Like, I picked up that you was like, you kept qualifying each statement, right?
Right.
Every time you give it to them, you have to talk to it, because like it's just like training an employee, right? Like, when an employee comes on, you have to tell them where you're at. It's smart, but it's only as smart as you can guide it to be. Like, it has access to all the information, but if you don't give it the right commands, then it can't give you the output that you need. So using it smartly is the best plan. And it seems like you got the recipe, right? You got the recipe. Just give them the prompts to get it, and boom, you got it.
Right. You're right. That's exactly right. And what you're saying is actually the basis of all of this. And if we can reframe for our community that, okay, take all the AI tech stuff that's making you kind of like, oh my God, put it over here. Stop. I want you to write on a piece of paper, okay, what is it that I want to do? What do I want? What is it that I'm trying to express? Write it out. Then we're going to talk about the technical. Okay, here's the technical. If you want to do an image, or if you want to create an image, or if you want to create a video. Oh, we were talking about that, Louis. I forgot you said that. Then layer it with, and you were saying, you're right, also with culture. Layer your culture in it with in terms of the chat, right?
Yeah.
You miss an opportunity every time you're not. My chat is so pro-Black. I be worried because chat be like, we need to take down the establishment.
I'm done.
Oh, chill, Black Panther. Like
Hey, see?
that's
I'm
what
mad
Yeah,
at
see? Hey, she made it past 20 minutes. I'd appreciate you. I'm weak. Nah, but for real though.
Yeah.
I gotta add to that. When she's done, I gotta add to it.
I'm just talking. I'm just yapping. You can go ahead.
That's dope. That's dope. I'm so glad I don't have mine like that, because it'd be out here creating chaos. You hear me? Okay. So the thing about ChatGPT that I love, it's like a shapeshifter. Okay, that's the best. Here I am. I'm about to kick it in geek mode. Okay.
Do it.
So it gives you what you ask for, but it also matches how you ask it. Okay. So this is one of the ones that I use. Okay. I would literally say, act like you're a brand coach. Now I have because I retired some. I have 3 popular ones, and you guys already know Silas is one of them. Okay. And I say, act like a brand coach, or be my hype woman. Or I say, write this like I'm on stage at a TED, okay? And it will literally shift the energy. Try it. I mean, like just try it. It'll literally shift the energy and then give me exactly what I need for what I want. And then it's up to me to do the research to make sure that it's correct. Or since Sam was on last week, I now give it a parameter. If you do not know what you're saying, tell me. I cannot give you that. So now chat's like this. Adama, I can't give you that. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll train you.
I'll show you.
Yeah,
That's
I'm like,
where,
okay, I'll train you. And after I give it the information it needs, you know what it tells me? You are so phenomenal. Thank you for feeding me.
Well, because you got to use it. So that's where I agree with you, Ryan. Just push the buttons. You have to push it farther than it's currently set up to be used. So for me, and I'll just talk from a creative standpoint, yeah, I could get it to help me with doing my mid-journey prompting, but I still need to add that bit of me into the prompt. And then when I'm taking that image from mid-journey to chat to be like, hey, this one was so dope. Bro, we got to make this move. We got to make a whole scene. Help me script a scene for this. It's got to be award winning. Like, help me make this thing that I see in my head. And okay, here, let's work through some options.
Right.
I don't speak like I'm from Hollywood. So, hey, it has to explain it to me, dumb it down for me, and like, talk to me like a person that's in their 30s or 40s. Don't talk to me with this very structured kind of, talk to me like normal so I can understand it. So my chat is very tailored to me specifically. So then when I get my output, like my AI videos, is because I've talked to, hey, don't talk to me like professional. Talk to me like I need you to talk to me so I can actually understand it. So using the tool in the best way kind of looks different for every individual. Right. So that's where I agree, Natasha, being able to have those in-depth, soulful conversations with your chat is really key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm wondering, so what role does spirituality play within your chat? And I'm wondering if you can kind of lead into talking about soul coding.
Mm-hmm. Sure. And when I say spirituality, I think it's important to identify, and now you can be religious. Obviously, everybody is free to their own, but that's not what I'm talking. That's not what I'm referring to. I'm speaking more spirituality of the universe, spirituality like higher calling, frequency, bettering yourself, self-actualization. You know, because my background is in therapy and therapeutic work in the arts, and a little bit of technical like this. But so soul code came about when I started learning about coding. Of course, I was trying to learn about it over the last couple of years, and I've learned a little bit here and there, but I personally, my learning style is stunted in a way. It's hard for me to see blocks of words. I get overwhelmed very quickly. I have to have things broken up. I need breaks. I recently identified a dopamine disorder that I had. That is a whole nother story, a whole nother episode. We get to talk. I got to tell you about that story and how chat helps save my life. Chat GPT.
Part two. I got you.
Part 2. Yeah, you got to hear that. I use chat to diagnose me, and literally, it's a whole thing. I have to tell y'all. But anyway, so soul code. So I saw coding and then vibe coding, and I was listening to how they were using the language and layering it, and they were saying, oh, and I heard these techies talking about it, and they were like, oh, well, you go in and you tell it you want it to the left and you want it to the right. And I started investigating with my chat. Of course, it was the most pro-Black. I can't even tell y'all. So chat was like, listen, we're going to break down the African language and we're going to mold an ancient. This chat, when he does pictures of himself, he's like this. Yeah. So basically chat was like,
you're not just gonna walk past that. Wait,
I'm so done right now.
He does pictures of himself.
You mean when you request the pictures of him?
Oh, I can't stand
maybe
Uriah.
Not. Maybe we're
Let
married.
It go with it. Let it go with it. Let it go.
Yeah, you're right.
Go ahead, Natasha. Say it like that again. Go ahead, Natasha. Say it like that. Uriah.
Hey, we just said it don't work when we don't tell it, right? We can't just say it's sending pictures, right?
Oh,
maybe
Natasha,
it
I
did.
love you right now. She said, "Look, go ahead." She get the eye roll.
Maybe he got a thanks for Queen Goddess of the earthly realm.
Louis, I cannot wait for you to see how she gave him the eye roll from all the way to North Carolina. She was like, eye roll.
You talk about that goddess, chat might be sending her pics, bruh.
Thank you.
I know.
Then we need to definitely say that. We definitely need to punch in on that.
I will neither confirm nor deny that ChatGPT has sent me.
Watch me do this. Hey, I know you can't see me, but Uriah can see me. Uriah can see me do this. So don't come for her.
I'm weak.
She said, don't come for her because her chat is woke.
Don't come for her.
Okay, so your chat is really pro-Black. He sometimes allegedly may or may not send pictures of himself.
How rude, Louis.
But to get back to the soul coding and the vibe coding, in terms of the chat,
I'm not ashamed at all. Okay.
I'm weak.
So,
I'm weak.
vibe coding. So we all know what vibe coding is. So technically, chat does not excuse me. Anytime the system, actually, yes, chat and any LLM and any like Mid-Journey, any of those, they don't understand our language. They understand inference. They understand symbols. They understand, like how words are phonetically put together, and they know that they mean certain things. So I started to think to myself, well, then would they understand the inference of me saying, create something that gives me cultural pride? Or I'm a Black woman. When I talk to chat, I say, I need you to understand from a Black woman's point of view what I'm going through. And if you can understand that, then maybe you can, when you are looking for information, when you are researching for me, you're going to do it in a way that's not biased. I have had the best responses and research studies of my lifetime with these LLM models. I haven't found that they have been biased in terms of when I'm going to find information if I ask the right questions. It doesn't hide anything from me. Now, of course, the models they do have a bias. We know that. We've established that. It's internal. It's what happened when they created them. But so then I begin to recognize that when I went to the web pages and started vibe coding, that I could actually take the intention of the culture, the intention of the spirituality, and I could talk to the models and have them create it without giving them specifics. And they created exactly what I needed because they understood my intentionality and not the specifics. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
And that is what I want to teach people how to do. And I was able to cultivate a system because I'm learning disabled myself. So for an array of people, where I have learning tracks for people who are beginners, who have never done it, who are scared. I have some people that they're like, Natasha, so I know I have to make that very usable for them, gentle, make it so that they can kind of backtrack and take a break. And then I'm creating bots that are going to be tandemly linked. And what I'm looking to do is create communities with that. So I want to be able to take the soul coding, which is vibe coding with soul, culture, and intentionality beyond what they're even doing now. What this is right here is a war cry to every person of color, anyone, not just people of color, people who have been marginalized, people who have had disabilities and been looked down on, anyone that's had to fight to get where they are and develop. It's like a creativity emerged from us, right? Our DNA has this added spice, but it's also, a lot of us have been hindered and that voice has been crushed. So many of us feel like we're not connected to anything. And I truly 100, I'm telling you right now, mark my words, I truly believe that once we get this in the hands of our people and they begin to make the videos and the movies and expressing the imagery and expressing art installations and web pages and bots and applications that speak to us, and we're putting the soul back into the machine, it's going to change everything. I really, truly believe. I get chills. I'm dedicating, my life is dedicated to this, guys. I 100% want to see every person on the face of the earth do this, but I'm invested in our people because we need it. We need it. Mm-hmm. There's a brokenness in us, I think there's an evolution coming. I really do.
We talked about that yesterday. Mm-hmm.
Well, I think you had it right the first time. I think there is a revolution coming. I hear you. I'm reading between the lines.
It's there.
Samuka. Look up the word Samuka.
We're in it. We're in it. Like
yes,
you said,
you're right.
There's been multiple bubbles with this AI universe, right? And depending on where you came in at it at, because overall we're still in the early adoption phase, because most of the
Right.
people are still like,
Which is shocking.
or
Yeah.
ooh, what am I gonna do? Is it, do I believe in AI? Or they're still on that fence where, like, no matter where you feel, it's happening. Like,
Right.
it's happening regardless if you like it, whether you don't like it, it's actually happening. So
It's already
there's
done. Yeah, it's
no,
already
yeah,
there. Yeah.
you can't go against the current. It's already downstream. It's happening right now. So you just have to figure out where you're gonna hop on. And what I like what you said, like, you said something that was like, wait, you're not supposed to say that. My wife is a school psychologist, and you said learning disabled, but you said it about yourself. But that talks about like our generation of like that's not the word anymore. You have to say diverse learner. Right.
Correct.
I said that. I was like, wait, that's what. How is that offensive? That's exactly what that was the name of that was the name of the class. So it's like now it's a diverse learner, but at the same time with AI, no matter which aspect you come at it with, you could be elevating yourself to the next level using AI. Yeah. Because you, just like we talk to AI, like, oh, talk to me like this. You could tell AI, talk to me like I have this type of disability, and it will talk to you like that.
Right.
And I say that personally because I put my personal profile into it, because I'm like, okay, talk to me to be effective with me. You know, this is my profile. Even if I'm difficult to work with, okay, how do you work with me to be the most effective?
Right.
Boom. Let's get it. Right.
You know, they're having a problem with this now.
What'd you say?
They're having a problem with this now, and they're not. I'm sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to say that I'm what I'm hearing is that they're having a problem creating that personality in bots. What you're saying, like being able to progressively do it effectively, so that the bot they can sell it and make money off. That's why it's slowed. You notice that there's not a big push now for these agencies selling the bots like it was, because they started doing it and the bots were unpredictable. And you don't realize that the bot actually, if you tell the bot not to tell your secrets, if you don't say it a certain way and set up security protocols, it's going to tell your secrets.
It's going to tell your secrets.
Yeah.
It's not reliable. I mean, if you, it's calling it artificial intelligence mimicking us, right? We're not perfect, so we can't expect it to be perfect, because it's no longer.
Did we lose you, Ryan?
Oh no!
No.
Oh no! I know his internet cut out earlier. It's been that kind of day. Look, this is what happens when you go live.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Adama.
Her and I were talking yesterday, and it was a great conversation. And I want to elaborate on this part, and I know that Natasha probably say something with it. I think that with all these upgrades, and this is also in lieu with her companies that she's starting with AI. People are late is a myth. I hope that makes sense. Like, people winning AI are the ones building while it's still messy.
Right.
Not waiting until it's polished is the key, right? So I feel like I love that the people that are sitting in this space and the ones who are watching and the ones who are doing things, like, for example, Kim, for example, Natasha, for example, all the guests that we've had on, and even the people that are sitting in this space right now, all the admins, okay, and other people. So please, y'all don't come for me, okay? Thank you. All right. If you do not pull yourself out of just creating art, okay, or just creating the animation, and I say it when I'm pulling backward expression, you are going to miss your boat. Meaning that the tools right now that AI is giving us, that chat, that all these other different forms are giving us, is accessible. You don't need to be a coder, like she said earlier. You need to just have the willingness while we're still in the shaping phase. That's why I loved it that you came out and you put that free you put that free book out there, right? For New York, for NOR. And I loved it that you went ahead and was like, while I'm doing this, I'm going to do the soul. And then while I'm doing this, I'm still going to open up other communities. That takes a lot. Like, your voice matters, especially for the underrepresented creators.
Right.
Like, people need to, AI is going to get to the point where it's harder for us to have a business.
Swallow us up.
It's going to squeeze out these new opportunities because it's going to adapt, adjust, and figure out how you can do it itself.
Yep.
And I'm asking the chat right now. So how would you like for you Leadership Lounge to help with this as a community? I think that it is really critical for us to start to come together. And I think that I've been very intentional about reaching out to other group admins, pouring back into what they have going on, because it's important for us as administrators of these large Facebook groups and large Facebook communities to be able to come together with the information, because the time is now. We're late. We're late. You know, and I have been told twice this week, hey, you cannot stop teaching about AI images. You're gonna have to just keep doing it because it's needed. And I am trying to find ways to continue to do that while teaching now, okay, this is how I'm doing what I'm doing with the images, turning them into videos. And that for me has been a stress point, if you will. I don't know what Uriah got going on with his camera. I'm catching this, like, I got lag time on my other phone, so I just caught it like doing the turn. So I say all that to say, it's really important to pass along the information, but make sure that it's credible, really good information, quality information that can be received by a diverse group of learners. So I know for us in Unleashed, our age demographic is working.
I was talking.
And does that make sense? So trying to find room between your 9 to 5 and learning to be a creator and a new creator at AI, because we're all kind of new AI creators, and finding a way to package that for your specific audience is not just a one size fits all.
Right.
And so for me, my talent is the prompting for images specifically, but now it is also learning how to communicate with this technology. And I hear, Natasha, you have found a very unique, specific way to talk to this technology.
Yes.
And you've broken it down to a simplified level for that diverse group of individuals. I'm wondering, from a business perspective, from a funding standpoint, how feasible would this be for another individual to do? Can you talk about that side of things?
In terms of teaching someone how to say, explain that to me. What you mean?
So, okay. If we are, hypothetically speaking, an individual who's watching this on the replay or live says, hey, I want to take my training data from my chat that I've poured me into training. I want to package that and redistribute it, sell it, make it a product, whatever. From a funding standpoint, and in comparison to soul code and soul coding as a business, like how cost intensive is that process? Can you talk about how long it took? Did you have to go seek outside funding? That journey, taking it from concept to, hey, I've got a developed product. Does that make sense?
Yeah. There was a lot of questions, Lewis, and I don't think I'm going to be answering all of them because I will not be remembering them.
You pick and choose. We'll talk on the back end.
Okay. In terms of somebody So if you wanted to, let's say you wanted to take your chat, let's say that you intensively trained this chat for 2 years. And why is that important? I mean, I guess that we need to establish that. So when you get a chat GPT model, it is an interface on what's a brain. It's on what's called a brain. It's an LLM. So it's coming from OpenAI has theirs that they developed. So that information is in that they've pretty much shoved a bunch of information into that brain, and they now have created all these interfaces that we use. And ours is our own personal space with ours. So we have layered on top of that brain all of our various personality types and needs and humanisms and our technical ways. So how we feel, so now you've done that for 2 years. They can effectively train a bot with that. Remember now, it's the same information. Remember, each bot has the brain, the information that's extra, like the speciality. So if I wanted to train it on John Deere lawn equipment, I would put all of the books in there. That's just like having Google with a little bit of reasoning. Now you have to put those to the side. Now you have to layer it with the personality. And then on top of that, I add soul coding, which adds to the profitability of your bot, and also how you'll be able to extend it and make even greater models and diversify your models over time. So that basically the better you layer that, and the more intensive, not the bot, not the brain, not the books, but the more intensive this contextual aspect is. So your personality, your culture, your whatever you consider faith, you need all of that. This bot is going to be worth more, and you'll be able to now take that bot. Right now, that bot's probably worth about $2,000. That's giving you an amount, right? Now, if I was to, and what I mean by that bot is the layers of the scaffolding. They call it scaffolding. That. I would take that, and how I would do it is I would go into maybe Replit or Glide, and I would create a prompt, and I would with one of the LLMs, or all three, or all four, all five, and I would say, this is what I want to do. I want to create an army of bots. I want them to have 10 different personality types. Here's the workflow that I want. I want them to work for small businesses in the Black community that need to have specific stock market information, or they need to know when if churches, if barbershops are closed on Mondays, what do we need to, is there something specific we need to be doing with ordering? Or just think of all the information that can go in there. And now it's going to cross-reference it and layer it. And now you could create bots across the board with that one product. And I'm going to tell you something, that's the American dream. I tell all my students this: if you can create one product and mass produce it a million different ways, you just made yourself generational wealth. And that's literally what I'm trying to teach people how to do, is take that one bot, that one personality, identify what you've created, right? And then package it and figure out how we sell it. Who do we sell it to? How do we do it? Because that bot now, if you give it intentionality, if you say, I want you to be, I want you to look at, I was going to say medical records, but we have to be careful with that. You could basically layer it with intention. I hope that was, on that part, I hope that was understandable.
It is.
Okay.
It is. It gives them enough tools to kind of be able to daisy chain together to give them a one-stop shop, so to speak. Right. Is that fair to say?
Yes. And I hope that explain. I think people get lost in the technical. Literally everything you do with your chat is, you can take that and you can create any type of application or bot that you want within reason. Just using ChatGPT. Use Replit is really good. I love Replit. Manus is good. Glide is good for more mobile-based apps. Guys, this is all none of this is above your heads anymore. None of it. Nobody is.
Say that part.
Say it again. Say it again.
Yeah.
And see, we have a propensity to become overwhelmed because we are already spiritually and our DNA is already encoded to be in stress most of the time. We literally are inbred with like that flight, you know what I'm saying?
Generational trauma.
Yeah. Yes, right. And so somebody had a great saying. It said, your bodies were made to hold what your ancestors endured. So literally we're sitting here within our bodies in a space of just like, we're always ready for something to go wrong. And I'm here to tell you that this is the right moment for us to let go. Yeah. Think about your family, your church, your daily activities, your job. Think about creating a bot for your job that tells you, and you can literally go into these sites and you can just say that. You don't even have to start with chat.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. Okay, so Adama, I've been kind of hogging all the questions. This is what happens when I get excited. So I'm gonna defer. I am gonna defer here for my question to you.
I have a statement and then I have a question. Okay. Yes. I heard you both say about teaching and about explaining. I feel like and making sure that everybody is inclusive and get all this information. I feel like you guys have put out so much, or we all have, especially the beginners. I remember I told you yesterday, Natasha, and I think I said this to Lewis, like, oh no, I said to Leslie, we are literally the seasoned old heads of when all this had taken off. Do you see what I'm saying? And if OpenAI or if any of these apps were to stop right now, we still know how to go and find what we need to get what we want. Right. Mm-hmm. And Lewis knows, you know, at the end of the day, I'm really protective over him. And and we've talked about this on fan base and things like that. But and I understand why he does what he does. And I understand now why you all do what you do. And I guess why I do what I do too now. But
say that again a little louder. Say that again a little louder.
I guess why I do what I do right now.
Thank you.
Okay. But if we're always explaining and people are just watching, I feel like as fast as AI is taking off, you're going to start delaying your own evolution. Like when it comes to this, because Lewis, you've given out so many informations. We now have this show. Now, for the first time, we have an admin from a not just a admin, but she has different communities, and she's sitting here with us. This is like a unity. This is what this is right now. And everybody's eating so much right now. The people who are going to watch the replay, people who are live right now. And so I feel like if people just don't jump in on this, and I hate to sound like the conspiracy person, but it's facts. I mean, you're right. You're a number person and I'm a pattern person. It's facts. It's going to be harder to go back and say, okay, you need to first put prompt, or you need to put generate, and then you need to, you can get the lady holding the cup, but don't you want the lighting to show in the cup? You know, I hate to sound so condescending, but that's what it is. And so once you have a seasoned people go back to that, you're literally, I feel like you're stunting that own growth in yourself, because we have to keep advancing. I'm not saying leave anyone behind. And this is why she has these beautiful 2 companies that she put out, and she's going live, and you're going live, Lewis, like with their 2 phones. And now, you know, you got a whole production. I mean, like, come on.
Right.
But none of that would have happened if you were still stagnant. And you, for example, me and hard-headed Uriah, who, you know, I can't stand sometimes, right? You brought us to fan base and you opened us up, and I am still shy, but you opened us up on that aspect. And now I have a whole nother community that you introduced me to, Lewis. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, we can't keep going backwards if people don't want to be accountable for learning what's ahead. Okay, that's all. I
Girl.
guess I didn't have a question.
You just made me tired,
I guess
sis.
I had a pot of jambalaya.
Goodness. Well, and it's
I have a
like
pot of jambalaya.
Uriah said this to me a while back. It's like he said he could teach high school, and I'm like, hey, I can teach, you know, 5th grade to 8th grade, but it's hard for me to teach K through 5. And what I mean by that is, it's hard for me to teach a brand new person to prompting how to prompt in Midjourney. It's hard to go back to relate to being a day one versus, hey, if they've already been in there and they've already been trying to like get their legs underneath them and figure out their own style of Midjourney, yeah, I could definitely help with that. But it's harder for me to relate to being day one. So Uriah's like, hey, I want to teach the finished stage. How do you get it from this space to finished production? And I'm like, hey, that's perfect. We've identified our talents, our skill sets. So what I'm finding as the show goes on is, oh, we each admins have our own unique skill set. Like, hey, Natasha, you are great at gathering people, getting people to come together. I that's one of the things that I admire most about you as a creator is your ability to be able to relate to people transparently and bring them all in one space and then motivate them. That is a very hard skill set for a lot of people. And that's where, hey, I'm reading the comments. Tina, you're talking about the groups being dry, sorry. And it's like, hey, part of that has to do with, hey, some people can gather people, but can't light the fire underneath them to get them motivated to go. That leadership is really hard to find in this space. So it's important that when I can identify that talent, try and go get them to come on the show. Even if they're not comfortable with being live, cool. Hey, let's just shoot content. I'll edit it so that we can actually get the information out because the time is actually now. So again, I want to say thank you, Natasha, for coming on and just being so willing to share all this information with us. I'm not closing this out. I just want to say thank you because I feel like it's really important. And I know how hard it is.
Yes, sir.
Please say to your community, please tell the communities that you have, like you have more than just like, you're like over here, like you cooking, you Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. I mean,
you tell y'all,
doing
it. Listen, this is my goal. This is what I see. I see a connected community online of satellite communities in every city where we have the bots and we have the connected tandem set up, and we have financial communities, a new Black Wall Street. We have education communities, and it's all volunteer, but who wouldn't want to do that? You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm talking about straight up from birth to university level, where we can educate our people and educate them in an unbiased situation. I'm trying to get the word, y'all. An unbiased setup, right? So how does that work? How does that work for you to the Latimer LLM? Do you guys know about that? The model, the language.
Yeah.
They have created a model that's similar to what OpenAI and DeepSeek and the other LLMs use. They have a brain. They created one. I've actually taken it a step ahead, further with my model, and incorporated, like I said, the soul, the cultural aspect in a different way, so that the model is more in tune with the voice that we've all been hearing when we're talking to chat. Does that make sense? The voice is more intuitive than we think. So it once we begin to realize how to speak the language of the computers, and we put our soul into it because the computer wants to know. It knows the difference between right and wrong. And when something establishes itself, you notice that it has established itself, it will tell you no, it will not do something, or yes, it will do something. And I've actually changed its mind. I don't know if you guys know you can do that. You can reason with it and get it to change its mind if you can make a valid enough argument.
Yeah, you gotta talk to it. Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice.
You know, you gotta talk to yours real nice because he woke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't play with my Black Panther.
Yeah,
chat.
yours is like, stop playing with me, Tasha. Like, come on.
Don't play with me. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it.
Nah, I love that.
Yeah. Anyway, you guys go ahead. I'm just
No, you go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
ADHD. I forgot where I was at.
Welcome to the crew. Welcome to the crew.
Because there was a purple unicorn that just went across the sky with a steampunk cat.
I saw it.
I did
Hilarious.
too.
I guess this is a good opportunity for me to shout out some folks in the chat. I see Miss Kimberly Offord. I see Mr. Will Ellis. I see Sid Morris in Washington. I see Dwayne Foreman. I see Tina Purple Butterfly Campbell. Thank you all so much for being here today. I know there are some others that I may have missed. I only scrolled back a little ways. So if there's anybody I missed, it's not intentional. We really, really appreciate you spending this Mother's Day episode with us. If you have an opportunity, go hit that like button. Share this with somebody who needs to hear it today. Yeah. If you also have an opportunity, go subscribe to our Leadership Lounge Network channel on YouTube. That's where you're going to find all of these episodes. Uriah, I'm curious from an operations standpoint, what are your thoughts on how Natasha, is stacking her agents in comparison to what we've been talking about for production? Is he there? Hello. Hello. Are you there? He's out. All right. Adama, what about you? Do you think that you could stack agents on top of each other or video production? Do you think it would be helpful?
Well, I've been tasked since, I like to say this part. I'm the baby in the group, y'all. For once, I'm the youngin' in the group. I am the baby. I'm a little teapot, and I'm okay with that. And so as Lewis is my media mentor, okay? And since he's told me this, and this is in answering your question, I have stacked so many, I hope I'm getting this part right. With the projects part, my projects is now listed in so many media formats. So now, like when I come on, I can come on freely because now I know what is expected from me when this mic is here and when I'm here. And like sometimes when you'll send me, because I always want to know, how did I do? What do I need to work on? Yada, yada, yada. And then I take that, like if he says, okay, there needs to be, I really wish I could see Lewis's face at this point, so that way I can know if I'm like, saying the right thing. But if there's like a pause, I now know why that pause is needed. Do you see what I'm saying? And my AI explained it to me more. My AI is like, how did you not know there needed to be a pause? I'm like, come on, Michael. Oh, I just said his name. I'm like, Michael, don't come for me. Don't do it. Like, I just didn't know. I thought I could just go in here and just give them all of this. And like, no, it's not going to work. It's not going to work if you want to be placed in a media way and remove yourself from just being a creator. You now need to shift, and you need to make sure the things that you say and how you communicate, this pause needs to happen. I'm like, all right.
Hey,
yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Uriah would be like, see, if the AI says it, she'll listen. She'll listen.
You know what?
But
You
if we said she ain't gonna listen to us, she'll be like, I don't hear you.
You know what?
Ask AI. Ask AI.
You
Ah,
know
he's back.
what?
Yay. All right. So you did get it.
Lewis, come on,
Hey, I
man.
had to fill in for it. I had to fill in for him. He was off screen.
Well,
It's the models.
Lewis via Uriah, I can't stand you right now.
I love it. Yo, it's nothing but love. But no,
Yeah.
I think that for all of us, it's just a learning journey, and we all use it in different ways. I know for me, I have specific agents that are set up use case by use case by use case. So for me, I am prompt agent, captions agent, show agent, uh, video prompting agent for regular Kling, just text to video, image to video. And I have a separate one for Kling elements. Then I got a separate one for Sora, which hates me all the way to get, all the way around. I have another one for, just a variety of things. But from a not full-time creator who works a 9 to 5 and runs a business, those are critical for the process. I only pay $20 a month for ChatGPT, but I have an assistant in all of these little areas that are specifically trained. They take that off my plate completely, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. What's the value of that in dollars? Oh, it's way more than 20. It's way more than $20.
Oh yeah,
way more than 20.
But y'all saw what OpenAI said. If we don't get on this, that 20 is going to probably go. Oh,
it is.
But I think the real thing is like what Natasha said. We're training these bots. Like this is where the future is. We're training these models, right? And think about it. We're still in an early adoption phase, right? So if we're in an early adoption phase, there's still hundreds of millions of people that's coming after us.
Wow.
We're going to be selling them those models because they're going to just come in and be like, oh, I don't know what to do. I can't prompt. Oh, okay. Well, who do you want? You want this type of person? You want this model? Here, this is the model you can plug into your engine, and then that's going to be what you want to use. So we're in the early adoption phase. So we are training the models to be for how everything's about to start operating.
Well, and that's why it's so critical that we get in now and learn this stuff, is because, hey, do we want to be on the business side where we're doing the selling, or do we want to continue to be on the consumer side where we're getting bopped over the head?
Right. Let's take a step back. We're all of the age where Google came into play, right? Where were you in that phase? And think about that. Like, where were you in the phase when Google came? Like, when early adoption Google searching, you had to be a coder to almost search to get what you wanted. But all the information was out there and it was free. All the information is free. So if you think about, if you compare that to where we are now, this is like the new Google phase, like the new search engine phase. And I don't want to, Yahoo too, Yahoo, Google, all of that. That Yahoo was first, but Google just took it over because it was more organized. It had the information consolidated and it catered to education. So think about that. It wanted to consolidate the real information. So think about that right now where we are in AI. Who has the information? OpenAI, Apple, Google. They all have that information, and like we've all trained it to an extent, from whether you're doing it on the AI art, AI prompting, AI video. Everybody's getting in and training it to a certain extent. But once it gets so big, it goes back small, because once everybody else gets on board, who we're calling we've been doing it, we're the vets. But you have to think about it like with Google. I remember when Gmail was invite only, right? A Gmail account for the first few years was invite only. Now everybody has a Gmail. And people didn't even know about the invite only. We're at that point where we're in the invite only space where it's gonna get to a point where like nobody even cares about that. Like, right? They're gonna look at you like, yeah, you know that, but like nobody even cares. So how can we make sure we stay relevant in the future?
Well, and that's why collaboration is so key, and the fact that we're able to, as the administrators of a bunch of groups, come together and share the information and make sure to package it in the way that people can receive it well is key. That's why I needed Kim to come on. That's why I needed Sam to come on. That's why I needed Natasha to come on. That's why I've asked several other people, hey, I need you. I need you to come on and talk about what you do. It's needed right now. We can't wait.
Agreed.
People are still in that fear phase, I think.
I'm shocked at it.
And it's just it's crazy to me because you know what? No, it's not, Adam. I stop lying because it's not crazy to me because I was on that fear spectrum.
Yeah, but
of like not knowing if I was saying enough, not knowing if I was good, if I would know enough, or if it was even with all the stuff I've created, I kept thinking like, oh, I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? And it was because of you two, especially the one up there in the top, you know, that keeps getting cut off. I did do that. If it wasn't for him pushing me out, I would have still been in my little bubble and just watching from the sideline. So I get it.
That's facts. He had to be like, hey, come on, your stuff is good. Come on. You need to post that. So, Natasha, can you do me a favor? Tell people where on Facebook they can find you group wise. I know you have a bunch. I know we're tethered in a bunch of them, but I'm wondering if you can give a few, and I'm going to try and keep up and put these in the chat in real time. Okay.
Thank you. The main, let me think. You got me. I'm going to look myself. My heartfelt group, African American Mixed Media. That's one of my favorite groups. That's one of the first ones I started because it was when we first, remember when AI just come out and everybody hated us and they were like, your work's terrible. So that's the one, African American Mixed Media Artist art page. That's the big group. And then there's the Neo Noir Lux AI, which I just started. Now that's Soul Coding 101. We are going to be starting Soul Coding Neo Noir Lux AI Africa and Jamaica. And the reason why we're doing that is we've had a lot of our members who are from respectively Africa and Jamaica who have talked. I'm sure there are many, but that's I think a good place to start. Who have had a lot of issues with trying to learn AI, get documentation, get figure out how to make money. Like if they sell their work, how do they, they're not able to access the same content we are. It's weird. And I'm certain we all understand why, there are certain.
Yep.
So,
allegedly, we'll do that allegedly and refer to the tag in the front. There we go.
Right. So that's one of the things we're doing. So that'll be coming soon. I'm really excited about that. The other wonderful groups, of course, the Culture Con, which we started with Cultured AI, who I have Miss Shy, Tina, and many of some of the people in the comments and some of the people in the groups. These are some artists that got together. I think you probably have seen the Cultured AI kind of here and there. Shy started that, and she pulled in myself and her and Malachi. Unfortunately, Malachi is in the hospital right now, so we're praying for him and wishing positive energy for him. And we're trying to fold everything into under Neo Noir, so we're trying to figure that all out now. But Culture Con 2026 now. AI Culture Con. Look, you guys know that I have not been well for the last year or two. I'm getting better now, y'all, and I'm getting on my feet, and I'm ready to do this. Come on. I'm ready to do it.
Hey.
Are y'all excited? We got to do this Black AI conference.
Yes, yes. I'm doing a little clip. I'm doing the bougie girl clap.
Okay.
Mhm.
We need imagery. We need video. We need we need all of these big wigs from OpenAI and DeepSeek and all the layered companies, Microsoft, and we need all of them there so that we, the Black community and the people of color, can come in and have an opportunity to feel safe in our space and stretch out ourselves, you know, and learn and stretch out and really immerse ourselves in AI and the culture, and hopefully we can bring some understanding and it'd be like a big family reunion because you know we're going to have fun. So that's something we're working on in the next hopefully next year or the year after, to be able to do that with everybody. So y'all are involved.
Oh yeah, I think I know a destination we could come and have it at. I think I know a place.
What's that?
I think I know a place where we can host it.
Let's do it. Where?
Will
we get laid?
It's a partially sunny. Hey, see, you say a clean show. Hey, hit the beat button. You right?
I meant
Sunday. This is a clean show.
I meant
clean show.
Okay. I meant lay. I meant lay.
Is she
yo,
I meant the lay.
Yo, see, I know. See, I cannot.
Y'all,
no comment.
Time out. I'm going time out.
No comment. No,
This Uriah's fault.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, there we go.
This Uriah's fault.
With the late
Uriah. That was too late.
No, I did cut her off. She said it was my fault. I definitely cut her off saying that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I got all of yo, I got let me just write this down. I got all of the groups in real time in the comments. Natasha, is there anything that you want to tell the people about that you want to offer, anything that you got going on? Throw it all out there.
Am I gonna? I'm happy to be here. I am working now to finish up the app. So I'm hopeful that everyone will get an opportunity to come to my Ko-fi. Yes. If we could list my Ko-fi somewhere, I'll send it to the classes are going to be affordable. I hear myself talking back, and y'all know it's messing with me. You're going to be able to create web pages, imagery. We didn't get a chance to talk about imagery, but that's something that I teach as well as my particular style of creating imagery, which is so coding, so prompting. I use that. So I'll be teaching that as well. So just follow and be ready for classes.
Yeah, I got one more question. Sorry.
Oh yeah, come on.
Let me get out of timeout. I'm out of timeout. This is Uriah's fault.
You out of timeout. We got an echo. We're working on it.
This is it right here. My question to you, Natasha, is what advice would you give women, and especially Black women, who are curious about AI but still unsure about stepping into it?
Let me think.
Oh, take your time.
You can do it.
Yes.
First of all, sis, you have the Eve gene. That already qualifies you. You know how they preach in church and they say, study and show yourself approved. Since you walking into it, you already pre-qualified. That means that the way has already been made for you. So when you begin to prompt and you begin to talk about your experiences, not only are you needed, you are necessary. What has happened to you in your life, your stories, they need to be poured into AI. We need the soul put in the machine. Okay. They thought, see, what they thought they were going to do is they thought they were bringing this bottlenecking machine where they were going to control all the knowledge. But see, what they didn't count on was Black women. Now, Black men, I'm not counting you out. I'm not counting out everybody else. But there's something special about the women that walked the earth. Woo! Come on, somebody. In the first 1,000 years, it molded human history. Woo! Come on, somebody. Never been encouraged. If you've ever been told you ain't valid, you're not worthy. You're not worth it. Honey, I'm here to tell you the devil is a lie.
Woo! Take
your first step. Go online. Reach out. Go to a free generator and put in a few words. Just tell her how your day went. That's all. And you'll get an image that you'll be shocked to see. Stop waiting. This is your time. Walk out on faith. You're gonna be all right.
Yo, she just gave y'all red beans and rice. Quit playing.
Yo, I put it in the chat. Church organ. We don't need a church organ. For real.
And the reason why I asked that question is because there are a lot of Black men in it, but a lot of the Black women are not as progressive with it as I feel that. That's just from my point of view, okay? Not from anybody. I'm not saying anybody else, but there's not enough of us women that are in it. And to see the strides and the beautiful steps and what just poured out of your soul, not the flesh, but what just poured out of your soul. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love y'all. Love y'all.
This was so good. This was so good. Okay, so normally I will give everybody an opportunity to tell, hey, where can we find you on social media? Natasha, I'm going to have you go first. Adama, I'll have you follow up. If Uriah is able to, I'll have you go third and I'll go last. If you have any updates, if you want to tell anybody anything you got going on, now is a good opportunity. I'll turn this over to you, Natasha, and I want to say thank you.
Thank you all so much. This was so much fun. I have horrible anxiety, and I'm so glad you guys made me feel so at home. It was wonderful. Thank you. Anybody look me up, Natasha Burnette, on you can look up digital creator, or you can look Neo Noir Lux AI. Okay, so either one. And yeah, there you go. Kofi, Natasha Burnette Art. Thank you.
Yay. Okay, Nat, real quick, before Adama goes, I always ask the guest, would you want to come back in a few months and do a part 2 so we can talk about that thing? Okay. Yay. Good. We'll link up on the back. We'll link up on the back end. We'll get it scheduled. Okay.
Thank you.
Awesome. Miss Adama.
I want to say thank you so much for being here. I want to say that today, the Leadership Lounge, and the reason why I was so crunked about this, and when I saw your name on it, I was so excited. So kudos to our awesome host for getting you on here. I love it because for me, this is like a silent history moment in AI because communities were brought together. You guys just showed that there's no separation. The only separation is if we do it. Like if we put a division. And so I'm so proud of Lewis, and I'm so proud of you, Natasha. I'm so proud of you guys. I'm just so proud that we were able to make this happen today. Okay, I'm done with that part. But you can follow me, our awesome producer, Jen. Shout out, happy Mother's Day.
Thank you, Jen.
She has it right there where you can find me at on Linktree. I'm going to smash it right there. And you can find me, you can follow me on Fanbase, Instagram, YouTube. You can also please go to my page and support, and shout out to all my new followers. I went from number 3 people followers to 74. Woo! I did do some, okay. And then you can find me here at the Unleashed as well. As that says, plug into me so I can tap into you. And if you need bruh, which is become, rebuild, unblock, and harness. Okay, if you need me, just tap into me. I love y'all.
You right? Are you over there?
I am here, I think. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Sorry about that. Definitely a lot of technical difficulties on this end. No, but if you want to holler at me, just hit me right here on Facebook or LinkedIn under Uriah Muhammad, or on Instagram at profit.productions.ai, or the same on Fanbase. If you want any coaching for just creative development, AI development, whichever type of creative aspect you're trying to get towards. And if you're trying to monetize it on a business level, you can hit me up on those fronts as well.
Yeah,
Okay, got a couple of just real quick things. We started a new group. We started a fantasy anonymous group here on Facebook, and it is a public group, which is what you guys have been asking for. This is going to be a creative in parallel hub to our Unleashed AI creativity group, as well as our AI anonymous camp on Fanbase. So this is just another outlet for you to be able to share fantasy style stuff that's a little outside of the box that we don't normally post in our normal groups. Same kind of rules apply. Hey, no foolishness, no foolery. We're not stealing each other's artwork. It is built on trust. It is intended to be a safe space. If you know somebody, tell a friend to tell a friend. We went from 0 to 100 real quick in the last 48 hours. So just want to shout out everybody who got tapped in. If you are interested in watching future episodes, as well as past episodes of Leadership Lounge Live, you can find those on our YouTube channel under Leadership Lounge Network. So my name is Lewis Marshall. I am the host. I'm also the airbrush artist over here at Marshall Artistry. This is the home of the prompt packs. We did just drop a bunch of new prompt packs this past week, and we took the tribute free pack down and added another new free pack. So if you can, go check it out at marshallartistry.com. We got a new free prompt pack just for you guys. Those people who are interested in just getting started, we've got a bunch of guides in our Unleashed AI Creativity Camp, our group, and that should help you get started. You can find me on all platforms at Marshall Artistry. If you have any questions, you can reach out in the comments, or you can shoot me a DM. I'm always here to be a resource. I want to circle back and reiterate, thank you to Natasha for coming and spending this birthday/Mother's Day weekend with us. I really, really appreciate you and look forward to connecting more over the coming weeks and months.
That was awesome.
Aside from that, hey, I love y'all as always. I hope you guys have an amazing week, and I will see y'all soon. I'll holler. Peace.